Mr. Speaker, I rise today in strong support of the Human Trafficking Detection Act of 2015, and I commend my colleague from North Carolina and the gentlelady from Texas for their advocacy on this really important issue. Many of my colleagues that I've heard speak today said they learned about this when they came to Congress. I learned about this devastating modern-day slavery when I was a United States attorney in the Southern District of Indiana between 2001 and 2007. We started one of the first task forces in the country, and there are task forces across the country that have been focused on human trafficking now for quite some time. But we must do more, because even now, an estimated 17,500 people are trafficked throughout the U.S. each year. Sadly, this problem disproportionately affects young girls between the ages of 12 and 14 who are lured by these crime networks. Mr. Speaker, I rise today because I learned during that time with that task force and with my time in the U.S. Attorney's Office, these are very difficult crimes to prosecute. And the reason they're so difficult to prosecute is because they're difficult to detect, they're difficult to lure victims out of these crime networks, and so we have to do more. We have to educate our law enforcement. We have to educate those who are standing at our ports of entry, those who are standing in our airports, in our mass transit areas, and teach them about the warning signs, what they need to be looking for, so we can stop trafficking at the source, prosecute those who are responsible, and save the victims. That's why I support this bill, which requires the Department of Homeland Security to implement comprehensive training programs on deterring, detecting, and disrupting this human trafficking. Our law enforcement are standing on the front lines. They have to be equipped with the best practice methods for identifying the victims and the perpetrators so they can bring these perpetrators to justice. Criminals change their methods all of the time, and I'm pleased that this bill also requires an annual reassessment of training programs. They have to continue to train. It's time for Congress to act decisively to eradicate human trafficking. We need to do more, and I urge my colleagues to support this bill and yield back.